invite. On the other hand, we have Navi. Navi, who's their only other time they've played competitively is in the Starlight League last season, which they basically crashed out, going 3-12, I think, in total. Which it really just shows how different these two teams. It's really the two spectrums of how well these teams from 1.6 have been able to come over into a CS:GO. And let me switch over to that. So hopefully we will be going live shortly at some time in the future. Where I have set everything up correctly, double check that before I start. Yes, I do, and I have around about 70 odd viewers, which is pretty good considering that there are so many. And it looks like we are going to be going live, as I was about to talk about. There's so many other streams going on with so many other games. As in this, it's amazing. When I first started this, no one was casting anything, but now there's so much competition. But either way, we are going to be going live, and this is going to be on Mirage. And here, on the ESC side, the Polish side, I suppose a lot of people's fan favourites, we have Manic, Neo, Pasha, Cuban, and Taz. And it looks like that Navi is going to be the first one to get the first kill, as they're pushing up through to B, taking out Pasha. His biceps just wasn't quite strong enough. As it's going to be up to Cuban, and that grenade is good. It's going to take C down to low HP, and Cuban's going to take down one, fucking take it down himself. This now makes it a 2 versus 4 situation, and this is going terribly for ESC Gaming. If we see they're trying to retake, but it's a 2 versus 4, and the terrorist side are in perfect positioning. And Zeus may kick one here, and that leaves it all down to Manic. And Navi is going to win that first round. That is a brilliant start for the former 1.6 champions. And I'm guessing there are a lot of 1.6 players are going to be fans of this team, as this is the 1.6 team who was so dominant, because we have Starix, Sen999, Edward, Markelov, and Zeus. And really, I'm not sure who's going to win this. If on paper, ESC should beat Navi by a lot. However, Navi have been practicing a lot, so maybe they've brought it back, as we see Neil being very aggressive here. The grenade is going to go right past him and take 5 damage. He's going for the headshots, but he just can't manage to hit it. But Taz is going to clean up. But this is not going well as an eco round. He's only been able to get 1 kill so far. You have Pasha here with a P2000 in hand. I'm surprised he doesn't break that gun with his big manly hands. And we have... It looks like... In fact, it looks like ESC being just a little bit too aggressive here. As we see Cuban's going for the kills, but he's not going to be able to hit any. He misses all his bullets, and Markelov is going to take him down. And it was an interesting strategy used from the Polish side, but I wasn't that fond of them being that aggressive. They should have waited and hopefully got a few kills as an ambush, because all they managed to do was get 1 kill there, and then they went in one at a time, played too aggressively, and got nothing done. But that means it's going to be 2-0 in favour of Navi. And Navi, thanks to not losing anybody, only losing 1 person that round, are probably going to end up getting a lot of monetary bonus. In the meantime, we see him going through underpass, and it looks like Navi are playing a little bit B-heavy at the moment, but they're waiting for ESC to play that aggressive style again, and they're just playing aggressive again. And I disagree with this, as Edward is here. He's missing all the shots, but he doesn't miss that one. He gets 1. He's going for a second, and he managed to hit it. But Taz and Pasha get 1 each. And in fact, it's now a 2 versus 2, and wow! I did not see that coming. As ESC managed to actually pick up enough kills to make that work for them, meaning it's all down to Set and Zeus to bring this back. As it's going to be a 2 versus 1 trade, as the Navi player is going to finally equal things out, but that was a very expensive round for Navi for what should have been a very simple anti-eco. But this is now going to be 3-0 in favour of the Ukrainian side. And if you have a look at how things are going, they should be able to buy up next round. If they don't, if they lose this, although it would probably be a force buy, do the math in my head. But either way, it does look like we have a little bit of aggression coming out from Starix, but that's going to be shut down by that smoke. In the meantime, the positioning of the CTs is a little more standard now they have weapons in hand. They're no longer playing that super aggressive style they kept doing. And this is really going to be the first important round of the match. As we see Starix is pushing up through to middle. He's gone through underpass, and he may maybe in a good position there to take out a player. But everyone's just basically sitting back and trying to get that positional advantage, and hoping that someone will push out a little bit too far. But it looks like they're going to be going through ramp, pushing out onto A. So we have Zeus onto balcony, and let's see if this flash works, or the push works, as the first smoke is going to go out. And the counter flashes, but we have Manic here, who's in a perfect position. He's going to take out one, he's going for a second, but he's going to miss all his shots, as Edward is going to take down Manic, but Taz is there to clean up, making it a 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 3, as Taz managed to pick up a nice 3-piece for himself and get their first round, making it 1-3 in favour of Navi. It looks like Navi are going to buy up again, but if they lose this, they are definitely going to be on an eco round. And that was the start that ESC needed to do after losing that pistol round. Obviously, due to the fact that the Glock is way more powerful than any CT pistol at the moment, it is expected the terrorists are going to win every single pistol round. Which is a rather interesting idea for map balance, considering most maps are terrorist biased. But it looks like they're rushing up ramp very quickly, and they may be... Oh my god, Taz! They just ran past the CT player, but Taz is there to clean up. As they just ran past Passion, you didn't see anyone. As Zeus is going for the curse kill, he manages to get it. But Pasha is there taking him down, making it 3-0 in favour. Nope, 3-2 in favour of Navi, with a 3-0 kill death on that round. A little bit of lag you got there. No, that wasn't you. That was the GeoTV server, because this GeoTV server also has a snapshot rate set to a stupid value. I need to see if I can disable that somehow, because it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. But either way, this is going to be an eco round coming up the terrorist side. This is probably going to be 3-3. As we see, Starix is playing a little bit aggressively in that smoke, hoping that some of the CTs are going to push up a little too far. But here we have Pasha pushing up through middle. Or not. As now we are very middle-centered, as Cuban's going to take down Starix. And that's now going to make it a 4 versus 5 situation. And Navi don't seem to know what to do. They're all really defensive. As Pasha's going to get another one, get one for his own self. That is going to be 5-3. And what can Navi really do in this kind of situation? So I'm going to do a quick record demo fix to stop making... Because that guy's view camera is a little weird, and it's a GeoTV bug. As Cuban takes down one, he's going for his third. That grenade is going to devastate this push. It's going to be all down to Edward on 9 HP. He's got the P250 in hand, but the Nerf P250 isn't working. As Cuban is just going to stay back with that 27 HP and not even give Edward a kill of his own. As he's still on 9 HP, and they're all just rotating over to B. As there's no reason... In fact, we're going to switch over to the one to make it happen. But Manic is going to take him down before I can. And that is going to be 3-3, with ESC Gaming now tying things up. Obviously, this is a CT bias map, and ESC is the one expected to win this game. Although all of us have a special place for Navi in our hearts, realistically, ESC have been the better teams in recent days. And to be fair, eco rounds are not always the best tell of how good a team is on the terrorist pushers, because not having wow, Taz is playing very aggressively, but he's going to get punished for it. But Starks is going to get taken down to 10 HP, and wow. But either way, that is going to be the sign for them to rush out into the A bomb site. In fact, I'm going to switch over to another player, as we have Zeus here. As he's going to get taken out to low HP by Cuban, and Cuban gets the other headshot, taking down Saiyan. It's going to be a 3 versus 4, and really that A push, Navi just don't seem to be working as a unit. Manic. Oh lord, yeah. No. I thought something was wrong with that name. As Markov takes down Lord. As that is going to be a 3 versus 3 situation, but Starlix is in a perfect position on balcony. But we have Cuban here, still defending A, and there's only 37 seconds left. They could technically, as the Molotov is going to just miss him. And all of Navi are on low HP, but they have those AK-47s, which is always a instant headshot. You can never count out a team, even though they have low HP. As Neo gets 1, Neo gets 2! And we're going to switch over to the last man remaining. We have Markov. He's usually better with an AWP. But let's see what he can do with his AK-47 and a bomb in hand and one flash. The flash is going to go out and hopefully give him enough time to plant. But he's going to get taken down by Cuban. The bomb is going to get down, giving them the much needed monies, but it's not really going to be enough. As that is now going to be 4-3, with ESC Gaming now taking the lead for the first time in this match. And let's have a look at how the frags have been going so far. We can see on ESC side that everyone is mostly equally fragging. Nobody's doing particularly awesome and no one's doing particularly badly. About the worst you have is Lord, or Manic, as it's shown on here, being a 3 and 6, which, again, not everyone can get all the frags. On Navi, it's basically the same story. However, they don't have a monetary bonus starting to accrue. As we can see that Cuban, Pasha, and Neo all have a lot of money to use in case they end up losing a match. Which means we do see we have 2 pushing up through underpass, and Pasha and Taz may get. In fact, we're going to switch over to Edward, as he's going to be in a perfect position if he just looks to his left. Ah! He was in the perfect position, but did his team forget to call out the 2 mid? Because if he just looked to his left, that would have been 2 easy kills. But now this is a 2 versus 4 situation. That had to be bad communication. As I thought that was going to be an awesome move, which he was going. Ah! As we see, it's now a 1 versus 3 situation, and this round went from them being able to win this to them probably going to lose it. As he doesn't have the bomb in hand, he has 1 flash, but an AK-47, he may get one here. He does take down Cuban. It's now a 1 versus 2, and this is possible. As he knows where the bomb is, as he knows where 1 is, but Neo is going to take him down. Yes, I would say that was a facepalm moment. That was Navi's game to win, and that lack of communication. Obviously, Counter-Strike is a game where communication is so important at this high level. If you forget to just say one position, if you forget to tell your team, well, there's a guy there, you need to go do it. As we see the new improved Eagle out on Edward. And in fact, let's see if, as it looks like they're going to be going for some kind of an A push on this eco round, as ESC Gaming are probably going to be picking up another one. As the first smokes and flashes go out, and this is going to be the rush. We have Starix here with the P250 in hand. Can he manage to get the kill? He is going to take down Lord, who's looking in the wrong direction. He picks up the M4, and this is being a very good eco round, making it to a 2 versus 3. But 2 of the players from the terror side have weapons. As we see, Neo gets one because getting taken down. It's now a 1 versus 2, and this was a very good push. This is the Navi we needed to see. And an eco round looks like they're actually going to take. And let's see what happens. As we see Cuban, he's waiting for that bomb plant. In fact, where is Zeus? Is he going to be planting anytime soon? I don't know. As we see Cuban's looking for that flank, but they are basically committed to A at the moment. As we see Cuban, he managed to take down 1. It's now going to be all down to Edward, who gets the first shot, but not quite enough damage. He's on 24 HP, and can he do the 1 versus 2 clutch? And there's only 15 HP left. He's going to just go for the bomb plant. As he's trying to spam through the wall, but this is going to be so hard for Cuban. He needs to hit perfect shots here. As the bomb is sticking down and Edward is playing rather defensively, let's switch over to him. As he's just in a good position, he knows where the CT has to come from. As he's going for the kill, and he does manage to take down Cuban, doing the 1 versus 1 clutch and stopping that 2 versus 1. And that was a very good very good eco round coming out from the Polish side, Ukrainian side. ESC are Polish, and that makes it 5-4, a little bit more equal. As we do see, however, ESC have had more than enough money to buy up due to the fact that, well, they've won 5 rounds in a row. And this is going to be an important round as Starix does take down Cuban. As Cuban was playing just a little bit too aggressively, it almost worked for him, but Starix just had enough HP and a little bit better aim. So if we have a look at how things are going, again, Navi are playing this very laid-back style. They've noticed that ESC like to play aggressively on this map. And so they're just waiting for ESC to, as we see, again, Lord was playing too aggressively there. They're going in 1 by 1 and getting picked off by Navi. And Navi seems to have worked out that this is the best strategy. Obviously, again, this is a CT-sided map, so even though they're not equal, they are mostly equal at the moment. It may sound weird, but the CTs are expected to win about 9 rounds or more, which means that if Navi can get 5 or more rounds, they're in a good position to take the game. And it looks like they want to go for a B push. I'm going to switch over to Neo, as he's the one who needs to make it all happen. As he's the one who's going to have to defend against this 4-man push that's going to be coming up at any time soon. We have Markelov here with the AWP. And he is going to take down Neo. And that's now going to be a 2 versus 5 situation. As we see Zeus takes down Pasha as well. It's going to be all down to Taz. And he's just going to go... Is he going to save his weapon? He may be going for it. I disagree with this. They do not have enough money to go for it. Oh no, it looks like he's just going to be going for the picks instead. A little bit more aggressively. Can Taz make it happen? He misses all his shots though. And Zeus is going to take him down, making it 5-5. Yeah, most maps in Counter-Strike Go are CT biased, although they're not all as CT biased as in 1.6, where 1.6 you have certain maps where if you went 12-3, that was a good result. Apart from Dust, if you win more as CT, Terror side, you're doing it right. On the other hand, this is going to be an eco coming out from ESC Gaming, meaning Navi are probably going to take the lead. With Edward getting the first kill, he's going for a second, he's going to take Neo down to low HP. And Markelov's going to use that AWP he's so famous for. And it's now going to be a 5-2, and Navi seem to be looking a little bit better. They seem to have realised that ESC like to play aggressive on this map, and they're punishing them, and they're punishing them hard. As we see a flash come out, it's going to be up to Neo. He's got only 8 HP, but Taz somehow has an AWP. How the hell did he get an AWP? As he takes down one. In fact, we're going to switch over to the one left. He's got the flash in hand. Well, he's completely blinded, but he's got an AWP. As he's going to get taken down by Edward. And that is going to be 5-6 with Navi. The Ukrainian side, the 1.6 champion, is now taking the lead for the second time in the map. And now, having won three good rounds in a row, we can really see that their monetary bonus is adding up. They can probably lose 1 or 2 rounds in a row without feeling the economic strain. On the other hand, ESC Gaming can buy up, and they probably can buy up every second round, but they need to start winning rounds again. Because if you're on the CT side, you don't want to be trading round for round, because you will lose in the overall monetary battle. Because obviously, being CTs are a little bit more expensive. But in the meantime, we see Taz takes down Edward, who was just looking in the wrong direction, trying to dodge the flashes that never came. As we see Zeus, he takes down Taz, but he's been taking... In fact, he took very little damage there. He just out-aimed his opponent. Taz just wasn't seeming to be expecting it. We have Markelov taking down Neo, but we have Lord, who also gets taken down. It's now a 2 versus 4 situation. And Neo just seemed to be out-aiming them this round in this very, very slow push. So we have Pasha and his biceps. Can he manage to do anything? And Cuban. As we see, Pasha takes down one, and Cuban's going for the second. He's spamming through that wall. He was so close to the kill. The grenade is going to take him down to little HP, and that was very good aim coming out from Cuban. And it's now a 2 versus 2 situation, and it's going to be interesting to see how this works. Make that a 1 versus 2. Can Pasha make it happen? No, he can't, as Starx is going to get the last 2 kills, making it 7-5. And while ESC did a little comeback in that round, Navi just out-aimed ESC there. There's no other way to put that. As in, it wasn't like the strategy was super cool or they did an awesome push. It was just, they walked up and they beat their shots. And if you're not hitting your shots, you can have the best strategy in the world. It isn't going to work. As we see, Edward's trying to push up through ramp, and again, Lord was being way too aggressively there. Way too aggressive. And Navi is just punishing them for it. ESC are playing this like it's a gather. In the meantime, we see Neo. He's got the P250 in hand, and Taz is going to get the first kill, and Pasha's going to get one of his own. And now it's a 2 versus 3 situation. Make that a 1. We're going to switch over to the one who needs to make it all happen. Does he have a weapon in hand? There are 2 lying around. It looks like he's going to be coming up from ramp, and he's going for the kills, but he's going to only take down Zeus to 51 HP, and this is going to be so difficult for him to hit his shots. as he needs to like hit 2 perfect pistol shots, and that isn't just going to work. As that is going to be 8-5 with Navi now taking a huge lead. And ESC is just falling apart. They're not working as a team, they're going in one by one. They're doing what Navi was doing in the first 5 rounds, but they're doing it worse. Because on a CD bias map, if all else fails, you just play defensive. Although it's risky and it gets punished by pushers. As we see again, Edward is... okay, Edward misses all his shots, but that was a little too risky by Pasha. And if Edward hadn't missed all his shots completely, that would have been a terrible push. But this does look like it seems to be working, as they're now punishing Navi's peaks. And we're seeing a 3 versus 5 situation. And let's see, where are Navi going? It looks like they want to do some kind of an A push with 2 up middle, but we have Pasha here, who's going to get taken down to 16 HP. And that was a nice AWP shot by Markelov. And we have Lord in a good position, and he is going to be in the better angle, taking out Ser. As Cuban's going to take down one, and Pasha's trying to go head to head with that AWP, and he is going to get his 2nd kill of the round. And finally, ESC Gaming bring one back. And so, as we are coming up to the last round of the half, it's going to be a full buyout for both sides. And I'd say this is going to be very crucial, but either way, Navi is in the advantage. Going up 8 rounds on the T side of Mirage is very, very good. In fact, anything more than 6 rounds is considered awesome. So if they can manage to get another... if they can get this round, then they're in a brilliant position. On the other hand, ESC do also need to pick up this round themselves. Meanwhile, we do have Pasha in an interestingly position, using those smokes to his advantage. In the meantime, we do see 2 players are pushing up through to B. As Edwards going to be able to take out Pasha here, as Pasha just somehow missed that sound cues. As it's now going to be a 3 versus 3 situation, and they have the bomb in hand. They're got control of B. Oh, not quite, as Cuban is going to get taken down before he gets traded for. And that is going to be a 2 versus 2, as we see Taz here. He takes down one. Can he do the... can he do it? Yes, he can! As that is going to be 7-8, and we'll quick look at the scores. We can see that... huh, that's weird. We can see that overall, both teams have been fragging rather well for themselves. And while Navi was having a bit of a slump, losing 5 rounds in a row, they really brought it back, going 8-7 up. Yes, Blade Jury. I think that's how I say your name. Blade Jury, you got it wrong on both counts. It wasn't 6-9, and it wasn't to ESC winning. You should feel ashamed. And really, although Navi has had mistakes on their own, because I'm sure everyone's interested in how Navi are doing. Navi has had issues on their own. They've occasionally been playing not as a team. Their pushes have been way too slow and piecemeal at times. But on the other hand, their individual skill levels are really showing through, and they do seem to have worked on their reactionary skills. They seem to have realised that ESC like to play this game aggressively, so they reacted to it, and they picked up a whole bunch of rounds because of it. On the other hand, ESC, again, they've also been playing rather well themselves, but they've been making silly mistakes. They've been giving away frags. As Cuban is asking, basically ESC are saying we need to go now because they have so many matches today. This is basically ESC TV, not ECD TV today. Puns. As we are going to be going live shortly, as it's going to be a reset, and we started this half on 8-7 in favour of Navi, and Navi are now on the easier side. So let's see if they can keep capitalising on this, or whether the current CSGO champions, well, CSGO Giants, can take on the 1.6 former champions. So we have Markelov playing very aggressively up middle, and Neo's there doing a little bit of damage to him. And we have Zeus and Edward again. They're playing very aggressive up mid, And Zeus is going to take down Neophyte with a long-range P2000 shot. But it's going to be an A push. Nobody's there. In fact, we're going to switch over to the one player who's in that vicinity. As Markelov is also going to rotate over, as I missed that completely. As they're now trying to retake their A bomb site, and Markelov gets a second, and this is looking very bad for ESC Gaming. Although they managed to get the bomb down, that was lovely aiming, a lovely play coming out from Navi. Their positioning and overall aim, they worked really well together on that defense. They just let them go into the A bomb site, then retook it without any kind of, what's the word? Any kind of opposition. And they won that without losing a single guy. Although, ESC are probably going to do a... Oh, I thought that was an ESC player then. ESC are probably going to do a buy round after this round because they managed to get the bomb plant down. But on the other hand, that grenade is going to be huge, doing tons of damage, and Edward picks up two, he's going for a third, and he just managed to hit it. But they're now rushing in through to B balcony, and we have Edward, he's going for the ace, and he doesn't hit it. As we have Starix here, and he stole the kill. But either way, that is going to be 2-0, and ESC Gaming is going to be the one. We're going to do a quick record to get rid of that guy who's got the camera weird. But this is going to be a buy round due to that bomb plant. And this is going to be the first gun round of the half. And this is going to be so important for ESC Gaming, because if they lose this, they're going to be on such a bad position. But said, although they have the weaponry advantage there, Taz just missed his shots. Navi is... What they're lacking in a team play and fluidity, they're just making up for with excellent individual play. Yep, it is 11 to 7. No, just give me a sec. It's 10-7 in favour of Navi at the moment. And so we see smokes coming out, and it looks like they're going to be going for another B push, which means it's going to be up to Starix. And we have Edward here. He does get taken down by Cuban, but Markelov was there with the AWP. And he's going for those smoke shots. But we see they're rushing out through to B, but Starix is in the perfect position. He takes down one. Can he get the second? No, he can't, as he misses most of his shots, and Pasha uses his biceps to deflect all the bullets back, but Markelov gets that second AWP shot. And now it's going to be all down to Cuban. We're going to switch over to him. He has an AK-47 in hand and the bomb. And he's going to be rotating over to A. And Zeus seems to have called that. And this is going to be a 1 versus 3 clutch. Can he make it happen? As he knows one's there. He saw him. Ooh, he's going to miss a shot. There's only 10 seconds left. Bosset is going to take him down. And that is going to be 3-0. Just give me a sec. Let's work out the math. 11-7 in favour of Navi. And Navi have taken a huge lead here. And really, I didn't expect Navi to be this good on an individual level. I know they're the 1.6 champions. I know that the recall has changed to be a little bit more like 1.6. And I know that even in their losing games, people like Edward and Markelov have shown promising play. But although their strategy needs a little bit of work, their individual skill I can't fault in the slightest. As Zeus takes down Pasha with a brilliant grenade, and they're rushing out through to A balcony, but Zeus has already done all his damage. He is going to get taken down, but it's going to be a 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 3. We have Cuban with the AK-47. He takes down one. Can he do this 1 versus 3 eco clutch? That would be amazing if he can. He's got plenty of time, but Markelov is going to take him down, and that is going to be 12-7 in favour of Navi. And ESC are going to be on another eco round, another full buy round, and they should be able to buy up next round, since they've been losing rounds repeatedly, and the more rounds you lose, the more monetary bonus you end up getting. Yep, it is 12-7. And so, wow, the CTs are playing really aggressive on the mid, but Pasha is going to push out, and he's going to try and flank them. It's going to be a little better than Navi's flank. But not quite enough, but Markelov is going to take down Neo. And so the Greys going out as the terrorist side realise that the A-bomb side is clear. But the counter flashes are coming as their Navi seem to be content to let the terrorists walk out the A-bomb site, and then they're just retaking it. As we see, Serge gets one, he's going for a second, but Cuban's in a bad position. He's going to get taken down by Edward. Edward is spamming through the smoke. It's going to be all down to Lord, but that grenade is going to stop any lordship. It's going to stop his highness. As that is going to be 13-7. As ESC Gaming has not won a single round on the terror side, and that... I wouldn't say this is... ESC isn't doing anything wrong strategically. As in, when I'm watching them, it isn't like I'm going, oh my god, they're rushing in one by one, oh my god, they're doing terribly. It's just more that Navi are... It's a mixture of two things, both that the individual play from Navi is so brilliant, as well as the fact that I haven't actually seen the strategy of them just ignoring the A-bomb site basically, and just retaking it every single time. And it seems to be working well for them, as their pushes, all in together as a team, have been rather precise. But Set is going to lose... No, he isn't. He's going to take down Pasha with a second headshot. And it's now going to be a 5 versus 4 situation. As let's see. It looks like the bomb site is going to be going into B, so it's going to be up to Edward and Starix to do this defense. And it's going to be a 4 versus 5. Starix is going for the kill. He does a little bit of damage, but the flash comes out. As Starix gets one, but we see Lord rushing out, but he gets taken down by Markelov. It's now going to be a 2 versus 5 situation. As that was a little bit sad as they rushed out through middle there with no smokes, and you just don't do that. As they're just getting picked off one by one, and Zeus is going to be the one to get the final kill. And that is going to be, work it out, 14-7. Did anyone here see that? I did not see them being this dominant on the CT side. Their defense has just been immaculate, and ESC, their flashes and teamwork could do being a little bit better. In the meantime, it does look like that they're going for some kind of an A push, with Pasha doing a little bit of a distraction. But we have Markelov here, who's actually been doing rather well this round, going, wow, 8-0. But we have Pasha, who is finally going to make that aggressive stance work, punishing Starix, making it a 4 versus 5. And this is going to be the A push, but Zeus is going in for the flank. But we see Taz. He is going to get taken down, but he's going to quickly trade. And this is going to be a 4 versus... Make that a 3 versus 3 as Markelov hits an absolutely epic AWP shot. And we're going to see Edward here. He's waiting for that rotation. He is going to take down Neo. And it's going to be all down to Cuban. He takes down one, but he's looking in the wrong direction. But he has to know where they both are. Can he manage to make this happen? No, he can't, as Edward is going to take him down. And that is going to be 15-7. As Navi has won 7 rounds in a row. In fact, let's have a look at the frags, as this may be the match point for Navi. We can see the monetary bonus is out of control. We have Edward on 10-2, Markelov on 9-0, Zeus on 6-2, even their lowest fragging player, Starix, is on 4-3. They're individually playing like monsters. On the other hand, we have ESC Gaming, who, wow, we even have Neo going a Slayer, which is as 0-7 on this half. That is rather embarrassing. As Cuban's going to take down one through the smoke, and that was a nice shot. And Starix may get forced back, and this may be the round for Navi, ESC Gaming. As it's now going to be a 2 versus 5. And I really do hope they go for it. As it's going to be all up to Zeus to get the ace and finish out this game for his team. But he's just going to do the smart option and save that, get that AWP and save it. As he's going to miss his first AWP shot. Obviously Zeus is not their AWPer, that is Markelov, who got taken out sadly. And he's on only 5 HP, and that isn't going to work very well. As that is going to be finally a round in favour of ESC Gaming. And that's now going to be 15-8. And is this going to be an ESC coming back? Coming back? Come back? Let's see what's going to happen here. We see they're rushing. We see a more standard defense coming out from the CT side, while the terrorists are playing very defensive. They're waiting for Navi to do that aggressive push that both teams seem to favour on this map. and it really just seems to be working for Navi, as Navi has just been playing like a monster. Although their strategy for retaking the A-bomb site has been absolutely perfect, as Pasha is going to get the first kill, taking down Margalov. And who needs to unort when you can just use your AK-47? We see Pasha's pushing up through ramp, using that positioning, but he's going to miss his shots, but it isn't going to matter. Sayer's going to miss his as well. And that is now going to be a 3-5. Pasha in the perfect position, and that was good. He realised that they were going to go for the rotate, and he's just going to fall back, but Zeus is going to get taken down before taking one down himself, and it's going to be all up to Starix. As why has the auto-director done this? And we're going to see him in the 1 vs 5 clutch, and he's going to just get taken down by Neo. And that is going to be 15-9, with ESC Gaming doing a small little comeback here. But it's still plenty of money for Navi to keep buying up from. But here's the interesting thing: if Navi lose this round, then ESC are going to be on an eco, and if they're on an eco, they'll probably lose that. And this has been the play we've been looking for from ESC Gaming. They're finally hitting their shots and playing well on an individual level. And I'm sure ESC want this game to finish very quickly, because they have another 2 games coming up. As we see Marklov takes down Pasha, but Neo gets one himself, making it a 3 vs 4, make that a 2 vs 4 situation. As I don't know what this auto-director is doing, we're going to switch over to Taz, and he is going to get taken down, and that is going to be GG. And wow, the auto-director sucked in that round. But do not go anywhere.